City of Phoenix says you cannot use our facilities ever, and the people are going to upset, so they're filling out a change.org petition. I don't think it's going to work. I did sign it, but it's not going to work. I have the real solution, and if people would follow through on my solution, they get what they want. We're going to talk about this on episode 545. Let them play, let them play. So City of Phoenix is not going to let them play. It's a lot of Democrats led by a liberal mayor and a liberal board of no-sayers. It's just not going to happen. But they're going to try. So there's a petition out there on change.org. It says, let them play. Please open City of Phoenix parks and fields for youth sports competition. This is done by Rick Kelsey, who is the CEO of ASA, which is Arizona Soccer Association. And he is asking by saying, as a supporter of youth sports, I am asking for all parents and guardians who have children that play at parks and fields in Phoenix to please sign this petition to urge the mayor and city council members to open City of Phoenix parks and fields immediately for youth sports competition. It's not going to happen. But I signed it. You should sign it. It has over 1,600 signatures, and hopefully it can grow into 10,000 plus, because that's not enough signatures, in my opinion. This is a problem that we're doing this. I mean, it doesn't make sense, the process we're going with this. Like, we shut down certain things, but some other things are open. And I'm not a smart guy. I never claimed to be and never will be. I am what I am. I'm just giving you my opinion, what I see. When you close everything down, except for Walmart, Costco, convenience store, you know, what they consider essential, it's limiting. So everyone goes there. So you take the 6 million people around Phoenix, all going to the same spots. Everyone's still going out. Everyone's still playing soccer. It's happening in the city of Phoenix now. I'll show you that in a second. People are still having backyard parties. I mean, people are getting together. So they're just limited on their choices, so they congregate more often in bigger groups than 10 and all that stuff. And things are happening. The COVID is spreading, and I highly doubt it's spreading outside. So closing outdoor facilities makes no sense, because through science, we know that COVID can't survive in 120 degrees. It can't. It survives indoors. You know how we know this? Because Governor Cuomo of New York, the liberals love him. He's a murderer. He killed thousands of elderly, forcing them into the nursing homes. Oh, he didn't know. Yeah. He didn't know. He didn't care to know. He didn't pay attention to what happened in Italy. He just forced them in there, and more than half of their deaths in New York are elderly. That population. And we forced them in there like concentration camps. Yeah, that's a government for you. Making great decisions as always. They don't know what they're doing. It's just all they're doing is creating this illusion that we're safe. We're doing our part. Soccer's still being played. We're just going to Maricopa. We're going different places I have to drive an hour and a half to go to. So I signed the petition. I don't think it's going to help. But here is soccer being played last night. So this is last night, or 2 nights ago, 6v6. This is happening 7 days a week, 6 p.m. to midnight or whatever the hours are. It's packed, 9 fields, and they only can do 9 fields because that's all they can fit with the amount of lighting they have. And this is a private facility, so they're able to do this, I think. Just waiting for, cops to show up and shut this down too, but it is private property. And people are playing. I didn't see much social distancing at all, hardly any masks. Nothing you're doing, City of Phoenix, is slowing down the spread or anything like that. None of it. I wish you would just educate the people on, hey, if you're really scared of dying, stop smoking, stop drinking, don't put things in your body that are going to make you sick. Only eat real food kind of mentality, and exercise a bit, those kind of things, and stop pill popping. That might help. But, oh, you're a crazy, tree hugger. yeah, whatever. There are solutions. So we'll have this petition going out, and I encourage you to sign it. What the heck, do something. But here is the solution. I have it for you. I do. We can do what others have done. We can protest. And I'm not talking about going to City of Phoenix officials' homes or anything like that. I don't think that'd be smart. Let's get on with life, and let's use our First Amendment for what it's for and protect our right to assemble. We can do this. We can express our views of our love of the sport of soccer by playing our games at Reach 11 and other City Phoenix parks. Just put the schedule out and say, instead of calling it a soccer schedule, call it a soccer protest, a protest to open up sports by having games being played, have the kids put things on their back saying, let them play, and move forward. But if you go to the ACLU website, I know Kate Gallegos loves that website. She's a supporter of the ACLU. Here we go. And we'll just print this out and say, hey, this is what the ACLU will let us do, or educating us on. And, if you actually whipped out the Constitution, it might be like, burn it. But they'll respect the ACLU. So we'll use it. Your rights. So this is telling you what your rights. Your rights are strongest in what are known as traditional public forums, such as streets, sidewalks, and parks. And that's where we'll go. You also have the right to speak out at other public property, but we're not gonna do that. We're just gonna go to the parks and move forward on that. Now there might be counter protests, which is great. More fans. That's what is needed. Now some of you are gonna be like, what about permits? Okay, well, you'll need a permit if you're gonna march in streets or on sidewalks. Obstructing cars and stuff like that. You need permits for that. But what we've seen lately, you don't. You can go in Seattle and protest in a major freeway and shut it all down. That's okay. You don't need a permit for that. They just do it. So if they're not going to hold them accountable for their actions, we can do that. We can get our own facilities. So let's take over Reach 11 and protest. We can do this. So this is what we're going to do. ASA, reformat your schedule, move it to Reach 11. Now, I know Reach 11, they have a gate. We'll break through the gate because I think that's legal now, because Portland and Seattle shown that you can burn buildings down, and a lot of other cities did. We're not going to burn a building down. We're just going to break open a gate, and then we're going to go to the fields and protest. We're going to have our kids play and put signs on their back saying, let them play. And the referees will be there to protect us with social distancing and stuff like that. They might call some fouls and run a game. And then the parents just bring a sign, preferably a big sign that protects you from the 120 degrees of sun we're going to get, saying, let them play. And occasionally, if you need exercise, you can go around the field, march around saying, let them play. I don't know if ASA will approve that, because they want parents on one side, coaches on another. That's why I would do that, to break that rule. But it's a protest, so we're good. If you're protesting, you pretty much can do anything you want. And we have a real opportunity here. We're protected by the Constitution. We can do it. We can absolutely do this. And then I'll Facebook live stream. I'm urging any listeners that want to join me in this cause. Let's go test this out. Let's go protest. Let's get some signs made up and go. I'll Facebook Live it. Let's just do it and see what happens. We got to be able to protest. That seems like a good protest, and we'll just do it. And at least it's, we'll obey the, we'll have a protest that's actually safe and not about burning things down. We're just going to protest the ability to play sports. And I think that's what we should do and what we can do. So join me in this effort of protesting. I've only been to one protest. I'll protest every weekend until we get it back. and then we can get some games done. So join me in this, and life will be great again, because at least we accomplished something. Then it will be part of a protest that actually is going to make change, immediate change. So that's all I have for you on today's podcast. Peace out. See you guys later.